Hello again. This is video 3 of 4 for the summer videos. First of all, I'll point out, notice in the background, those 3 books that I mentioned in the video about going to the library are always in my background. They're 3 of my favorite children's books. So reading favorite books is a great thing. I'm going to now be discussing the 4th item on the summer list, a repeated reading book. And during the school year, your children and I have been making books like this. And as we make a book like this, they get to take it home. Now, right now, they'll hold on to the books that they have at school until the last day. But I did put one book into the packet that I made for them that I'm sending home. So there's a packet that will be coming home with this video. And there's one book in that packet. And once they get their other books from home, they can also use those. Now, here's the deal. If make it match, don't make it up. That is what to do. Make it match, don't make it up. You'll read your story true. And what this is about is making sure that when they read this book, stories, and I'll do a share screen to demonstrate for you. Here we go. Share screen coming up. Boom. Okay. So when we're reading, we point to each word. Okay. That is something that when they start working in first grade, that's something they can stop doing. But as long as we're working on these kindergarten things, I want them to be pointed to each word each time to make sure they're making it match. So for instance, with this, I can see a bat. Notice my finger is on the first letter of each word as I point to it. I can see a bat. I can see a bat. So make sure that they're doing that, because if you don't, they'll memorize the whole book. They'll, I can see a bat, I can see a bat. They'll just know the book by heart, but they won't know which word is which. If you make them point to each word each time, then they'll know which word is which. On the back of these take-home books, I also say, find all the at words on every page. So what that means is when they're done reading, you have them go back, find all the at words on this page. Well, there's one, that. Find all the at words on this page. Well, there's one, Matt. So if they're memorizing the whole book, they won't be able to do this. If they're starting to know which word is which, then they'll be doing that. So that's very important. Repeated reading on these kind of books, I would like for them to be read maybe 2 or 3 times at each sitting, and then do at least 3 or more sittings of the same book during the week. So 2 or 3 times when they're doing a read, and then doing that. What this is based on is some things from Tim Rosinski, who said that repeated readings like that will develop their fluency. They'll learn these words, and they'll learn them not by memorizing the individual words. They'll become more fluent too. I can see a man. So that's what to do with these kind of books. Making it match, don't make it up. Making sure that you, when they take these kinds of books home, that you make them find the different words. And then finally, just ask them something at the end. What was your favorite part of the book, or what happened in the book? And since they helped to make these books, okay, they went out online with me and we picked out pictures to talk about. Okay, so what was your favorite part of the book? And that way, you don't want them to just be spouting words. You want them to be remembering a story as well. So that's how to handle this kind of book, the kind of book that is your um, book book that is a take-home book. The other kind of book that I want to talk about is the kind that I sent home in the envelope. Okay. There are 8 of those, and I'm going to do one of them with you. Now, these are cute little kindergarten books. They're called Keep books. By the way, one thing you can ask them to do when they're all done and they can really read the book well, then as a bonus, they can color the book. Okay. And always when you have them do these Keep books, they're yours forever. There is usually a place to put their name in it. In this case, there it is. The Keep book belongs to. So putting their name helps the ownership. Before you have them try to read this book, for each book, I have a list of pre-teaching. Pre-teach air like in bear, ow like in ground, like in touch, it like in light. And these are chunks then that they should learn how to spell. Can you spell the chunk air like in bear? Can you spell the chunk ow like in ground? Can you spell the chunk like in touch or it like in light? So when you pre-teach these, rather than you could just teach these as words that they memorize, a sight word, but if you do it that way, then they won't know about how to that you can find the same chunk in other words. If you teach it as a chunk, and I'm trying to, there we go, trying to get my light not to be shining on it quite as badly. Sorry about that. There we go. So if you teach it as chunks where they're looking for all the air sounds, they're looking for all the ow sounds. So in this case, it would go like teddy bear, teddy bear, teddy bear, teddy bear, teddy bear, teddy bear, turn around. Now, if they have trouble at first with around, remember that it's ow like in ground, around, ow like in ground. Teddy bear, touch the ground. Uh, like in touch. Okay. Teddy bear, turn off the light. Okay. It, like light, like it. There's lots of it words, by the way. Teddy bear, say good night. Okay. So this again, at least 2 or 3 reads on the time they do the reading, and do this book at least 3 or more times during the week. So you're doing a repeated reading on the same book 3 times. You can let them pick what book they want to do the repeated readings on, whether they want to do one of the books that they created or whether they want to do one of these. This should give you plenty of stuff to do over till the end of the school year and for the summer. So I'm hoping that you'll let them do these repeated readings. I'm hoping that you'll talk to them about it. The research about the repeated reading says that it pays off. It pays off. They learn to read like storytellers. And the idea is don't let them get away with memorizing the book. That's what a lot of them will do when they know they've got a little book like this. They'll memorize the whole book and they pretend, then they can pretend read, but they're not reading. If you're reading, you make it match, don't make it up. They've got to know which word is which. So make sure they're doing that. So that's your practice for the summer. So the practice for this kind of thing will help build their ability to sound out the words and the rest. And the reading books from the library and you reading to them does the same thing. So enjoy this summer. If you have any questions, my contact information is on the handout. And it's been a pleasure working with your children. And read, because Dr. B loves reading. Okay. Have a good summer.